Hey, Mike here. Last week I did a TikTok about per diem and I got some responses, which was great. People are engaged. I think that drivers should know about this stuff. I think that's the way to go. But there was one in particular that I wanted to address. Brad shared with me per diem sucks because you get more of a tax break on the write-off at the end of the year than you do on per diem. I told Brad I'd make a video about it. So Brad, my new friend, this is for you. I'm really glad that you asked this because we need to clear the air on this kind of stuff. Now, back in the day, before the standard deduction went way up, when more people itemized and per diem was deductible at that point, even then, if you already itemized before you even got to per diem, so you didn't have issues with filling up the part before you get to the itemized versus standard deduction. So the best case scenario for what Brad's talking about, the federal income tax would have been even as far as what you got through your paycheck versus what you got at the end of the year writing it off on Form 2106, which goes into your Schedule A on your 1040. But the problem is you also had Social Security and Medicare tax that came out of your check. You also had state income tax. And nearly every state doesn't allow you to itemize non-reimbursed employee expenses, which is the way that you would deduct this. So yes, on the federal, in the best case scenario, you were even. You weren't better off, as Brad asserted, but you were even. Look close enough. But it's the FICA tax, Social Security and Medicare, and the state income tax. Those are the things that you're not going to get back by writing it off at the end of the year. And even if you're in a state where you can write off unreimbursed employee expenses, or a state that doesn't have state income tax, which is more likely, you still have the Social Security tax to deal with. So you're really not better off. And the number of people that can write off deductions, since they changed the tax laws back in 2017, 2018, is a lot less because the standard deduction is so much higher. And they took away the deduction anyway. So there's that too. But then Brad followed up with another comment. I know each year it never works for me because by per diem being less than what the government allows, you have to actually prove the difference with receipts unless they change the tax law. Okay, a couple things in there. Number one, do Brad's trucking company, his employer, pay the max, pay the $80 a day. What are you doing? Costing yourself money, costing your drivers money. Why would you do that? Why don't you like your drivers? I think you just don't know it went up. So this is your notice. Brad, if you're watching this, tell your company to bump up the per diem amount. Take that all away. That's the easy way to fix this. The other part, the government allows you have to actually prove the difference with receipts. You get the allowance of $80 a day. And so that just proving you're gone gets you that. There's special rules for the transportation industry. It's all written in the IRS revenue procedures. The only time it would even come out would be as if you had to demonstrate that you spent more than $80 a day. And I don't think you really want to pull on that thread. You basically just have to be driving through really expensive cities all the time, like just San Francisco to Oakland. But even then you'd be in the same meals and incidental market, so you wouldn't be subject to per diem. So be careful with that. But I don't think that's the case. I think you're misunderstanding it. But again, I'm so glad that Brad was able to engage on this because it's important that everybody knows. It's so valuable to get the per diem money now as well. Because Brad's point that he was getting more, even though he wasn't. But let's just say he was getting the same. Let's just say that it was exactly the same, even though it's not. But if it was, you can have the money this week in your paycheck, or you can wait till next March. When do you want the money? I want it now. So I think that I would rather have my money now than wait 9 months for the government to give it back to me. So with that in mind, Brad, thanks for commenting. Love it. Stay engaged, man. And thanks for doing what you do. I'm assuming you're a truck driver, and man, I appreciate all you guys.